What is going on, y'all? It is Kev from the Close Your Mouth podcast here with an album review, solo dolo. Not wearing a polo either, yo. Let's get it, man. Doing here this Jay Electronica Act 2, Patents of Nobility, parentheses, the turn. Man, I just want to thank everyone, just honestly from the bottom of my heart, for the last video. Like everyone showing all the love that they did, comments and showing love. I really appreciate that, man. That's all that I really truly do this for, man. Just being able here to discuss music. That's what I love to do. So, just gonna get into this album review, man. Whew. Jay Elec came with it, man. I can't say nothing like I said in the written testimony. I'd already said that, a lot of critics, they were being a little bit too critical of him on this one, man, saying that whether it be Joe Budden, whether it be Dead End Hip Hop, whether it be Anthony Fantano, everyone's saying that, uh, Jay Elec might not have the capabilities to make an album on his own. And I'm just like, how could y'all say that? If y'all have heard some of his past works, whether it be Act 1, Eternal Sunshine, man. I cried listening to that, bro, the first time, bro. That was beautiful, man. Whether it be Star Wars, all of this previous stuff that he's dropped, man, or Victory, man. I would bump that Victory mix all the time, bro. Ugh. All right, before we even get into just discussing the actual songs and the rotation and the order that they went, just giving a little breakdown of my thoughts on every song, I'm gonna just give y'all what my definition of a true MC is. And this is just mine. This is patented by Kev. So if y'all want to take this from me, y'all gotta give me some credit on that, all right? But still, um, my definition, the four things that make up a true MC in my book is number one, originality. Originality can come off in many different ways, stylistically, whether it be the topics, the themes that you talk about in your music, the, just the personality outside of the rapper. Obviously, the personality and the rapper both then collide to create this harmoniously to create like originality within someone. Like somebody that I could say off top has a lot of originality when they rap is Action Bronson, man. I know I said his name before. I like Ack, bro. Ack, you know that Ack is a guy, even without music, he's just an interesting dude, bro. So when he raps and he gets into his Action Bronson persona, it's original, bro. He has the wit, the humor, the capabilities, obviously, and it's just him and what he stands for shines through in his music. And another thing I'll say, technical abilities when it comes to spitting. Can you flow? Can you switch flows? Do you have cadence when you spit? All of these things truly matter when you're an MC. Originality, also, just to go back on originality, like your voice could be a part of something that makes you original, like what you do that's unique. Like for an example, somebody that's unique and their voice, whether it be Wiki, Rat King Wiki, if any of y'all know who that is, whether it be Danny Brown, the way how he says stuff is different, man, and that type of stuff is originality. But going back to technical ability, do you have the skill when it comes to rapping? And I mean, when it comes down to it, can you spit, man? You got to be a real spitter to be considered a real MC in my book, all right? And then another thing, relatability. And this is something that is drastically underrated when it comes to hip hop. Are you a relatable person? When it comes down to it, yo, like me, I'm a regular dude, man, but I love me some coke raps, bro. Whether it be Bodie James, whether it be West Side Gun, whether it be Freddie Gibbs, I love me some coke rap. But at the end of the day, is that something that I could really relate to? Nah, because I haven't lived that lifestyle. So, and this comes down to it too. Like, yo, we all want something that we can relate to. Maybe people that have been living that lifestyle, that's something that they can relate to. Granted, I still vastly love that type of music. Don't get me wrong. But originality and relatability is important. Can I see you when you rap outside of your originality and your persona? Can I see you as a regular person that I could sit down, have a coffee with, talk to, chop it up about life? And then lastly, the experience when you listen to their music. Now, this is something that I feel like a lot of MCs don't really have that much in their music. But I feel like a lot of the newer acts in up and coming generations, they do have that. When it comes to their music, you're getting an experience when you listen to it. Whether it be Travis Scott, we all know Travis Scott don't be penning his bars, but at the end of the day, and he don't really be doing his production like that either. But at the end of the day, when you listen to his albums, you get an experience when you listen to it. The experience could be whether it be a vibe, like for an example, like when you listen to that Maxo album, you get a vibe from it. When you listen to a Mavi or a Madani project, you get a vibe from it. All of these things are important because not only do you need your originality, your technical abilities, and your relatability, if you have that experience also with your music, that vibe, which is something I feel like is vastly underrated. And one of my favorite artists currently, I just feel like his music always has that experience for me, is YL. I don't know if he's listening to this. If anyone here is a fan of YL, hey, say Kev Love X shout him out because he definitely got an experience. If none of y'all listen to the album Born Again, would strongly recommend you do that. It's a good album. But I say that to say this. I feel like these are all four things that Jay Electronica has within his music. Listen to me. When it comes to the originality, Jay Elec is original, man. When is the last time you've heard someone rap like this before? The only people that I could think offhead that have had bars somewhat relatable to Jay Elec would maybe be Cannabis. And as someone who definitely doesn't get his love within the hip hop community, I feel like he's been shitted on. Second Round KO is probably one of the best diss tracks ever written, but still, Cannabis is one of those dudes out of this world, man. You would sit there, listen to him freestyle, and think, how does someone come up with this type of stuff? J. Rue the Damager, I feel like I need to still listen to a lot more of his music, but somebody else, so I feel like he has those otherworldly things within his music, which is something that Jay Elec has. His originality, man. I ain't never heard nothing like Jay Elec before. Technical ability. We all know Jay Elec can rap, bro. We all know he could spit. We all know he could flow. We been knew this, man. I'm telling you, he's Black Thought like when it comes to flow. And then also, relatability, which is vastly important when it comes to Jay Electronica's music. As someone who is a regular person, like I said before, I'm not out here whipping coke. I'm not out here driving the fastest cars. I don't got all the women on me. Jay Elec, when he says certain things, spiritually, I could connect to what it is that he's saying to me. You know what I'm saying? And it just be some real life stuff. Like when he said in the first in Real Magic, I feel like that's an extremely relatable song because he's talking about real life stuff that you could hold on to and say, man, he's got a point there. And that's important. And experience. And experience is something I feel like you get all throughout this project. It's just this is gala type music. This is stuff that you hear. This is some, I would say like it's not opera like, but like this is. I'm gonna say it like this because I don't know if any of you guys are subbed up to Eric Young God, phenomenal channel. I'll throw him some free promo. Phenomenal channel. He said this music is like some shit that you would hear on the Titanic, bro, on the Titanic soundtrack, and he has a point, man. His stuff and it plays into the theme of the title, Patents of Nobility. This sounds like some music that Nobility should be listening to. And I said that in the previous video. It's a tone, man. It sounds like Jay Elec be writing his bars on real scrolls, bro. But honestly, yeah, I gotta give him his credit, man. I think as an MC, he is well versed, he is talented, and even with the experience in terms of his production, some of the skits that he throws on here, beautifully produced. Bonnie and Clyde, beautifully produced, man. People just don't think about doing certain things that he does, and that goes back to like Act 1, Eternal Sunshine. Beautifully produced, man. People don't think about doing stuff like that, man. Granted, I know there's two completely different entities within the hip-hop space, MF Doom, but I feel like even kind of like the zany samples that MF Doom likes to throw in his stuff, you're going to get some sort of degree of that with Jay Electronica, whether it be spiritual references or whether it be, what may it be, some spacely, technological, Nikola Tesla type shit, just stuff like that. And that's the thing about him too, man. Before I even get into talking about the music, which is something that I really truly appreciate about him, is his relatability as a person. And I think we make him out to be this myth-like creature, like not like creature, myth-like person. But the moments in me with this album that stood out the most is when Jay Electronica was just being a regular, everyday guy like the rest of us, man. Granted, I know he has the lyrical capability to spit with the best of them. He displays that thoroughly, whether it be Bonnie and Clyde, Shiny Suit Theory. But at the same time, the moments that stuck out to me and really touched me was when he really took the time to just go really deep, be vulnerable, give us perspective on his life. And for somebody as mystical as Jay Elec, whether it be being with Erica Badu, being with a Rothschild, just you name it. He does crazy things, bro. Traveling out to Nepal to go do meditation, bro. Like he's a unique human being, man. But when you can literally listen to some of the some of the stuff that he has to deal with that regular people like us deal with as well, man, it just makes you say, damn, man, I fucks with this guy, man. I fucks with him. All right. And I feel like that is something that he truly represents is truth and vulnerability. And that's what, when it comes to listening to his music, that's what sticks out to me the most. So that was just my little caveat before we get into talking about the songs themselves, man. But I can't say it enough, man. He is truly, truly a dope MC, man. And it's a shame, bro. And I can't even get on him for that because we all deal with stuff like this too. I'm somebody that I'm within the creative space. I'm not doing nothing too crazy. I got a YouTube channel. I curate playlists. But even from time to time, man, I have insecurities that I can't mask too when it comes out to putting something and feeling like, hey, this might not be good enough. Maybe I'm not putting it out there. And he's a regular human being like the rest of us who has those qualms and those issues too. So I would say that, the media gives him a lot of stuff. At the end of the day, he's an artist and we want the music, but he's a person firstly. That's all I would say to anybody that has something to say about Jay Elec. He's a person, man. He's a person just like the rest of us. All right, so now I'm going to go into these songs, and I'm going to just talk about them, just go briefly into it. Real Magic, man. Real Magic is a beautiful track, man. It's just, like I said, it's the relatability factor that you like. It's him showing how we as people have disconnected, from the world and worldly things. Like it was beautiful. And he's like, it's a genuine miracle I woke up today. I ain't got none of these written down. None of these bars written down. I just got the track list right in front of me. It's just a genuine miracle I woke up today, man. That's something beautiful to say, man. He said I wanted more honey for the tea, but I forgot to thank the bee, man. Stuff like that. Just little quotables like that, man. It's just, and it's relatable. He made this 10 years ago. Mind you, he made this 10 years ago. But look how far as whether it be my generation, whether it be the generations coming after me, look how far we've been, just galvanized by electronics, just being within the cyberspace. And this is back when the internet was just getting prominent around that time. So it's dope, and that's just something I would have to say about this album as well. It still has a lifespan to it. New Illuminati, this is where he's just spitting. I think a Kanye verse was supposed to go on this. New Illuminati, he's just spitting, man. He's talking that talk, bro. He sound like somebody who was super proud to be a part of the Rock Nation. He's saying there throwing out shout outs to Puff. He's throwing shout outs to B, to Biggie, throwing shouts out to Jay, throwing shouts out to Ye. It's a beautiful song, man. I would have liked to hear Ye hop on this too, hear what he had to say, but still, a rather short track, but still dope. Patents and Nobility. All right, here's a track that I feel like people are letting go to the wayside and they don't understand. This is a deep track. Not a deep track, but it's a deep skit. They're talking about a watch, a smart, like, and what that watch translates to me, it translates to a smartwatch to me. And you know how we all have technology, and it was a Dick Tracy radio watch. And look at us now, 2020. We got iWatches, bro. And motherfuckers are still deeply in tune with all the technology. Something that I say, it still has relatability to now. Life on Mars, man. I've just grown to love this track more and more and more I listen to it. Has that bound beat too. For any of Kanye has, that's the bound beat right there. He had it first, bro. He had it first, okay? But man, Kamikaze Love, man. Oh. I hate hailing a cab on a Saturday, bumping Donny Hathaway. And this is why I say, yo, when he gets relatable to, like, yo, these are things that we deal with as regular human beings, man. He's talking about his relationship with Erykah Badu and Life on Mars. If y'all don't know, his daughter's name is Mars. He's just talking about that experience, man, of just not having a love that's working and wanting to work out that love, which is super understandable, something that we all deal with. Bonnie and Clyde, lyrical exercise right here. Oh, that boy flowing on this one. He is flowing on this shit. He is flowing. He's going in on this shit. Bonnie and Clyde, a dope ass sample too on this shit too, man. I'm Haitian for any of y'all that don't know. He has some French on here, man. Oh man, this joint was dope. And on the next track, Dinner at Tiffany's, the person that he sampled singing was the father of the woman singing on Dinner at Tiffany's. Whoo! This is what I'm talking about. This is some Titanic gal night at the gala type shit. This shit was beautiful, man. I know we all hip hop heads here, man, but man, sometimes listening to stuff like that, man, it's calming. It's meditative. It's beautiful, man. Love that track, man. Love that track. Jay Elec didn't have to say a goddamn word on that shit. I loved it. I still loved it. Shiny Suit Theory. This is one of the tracks that I've heard previously. Lyrical exercise. I'm sitting on a cloud, they trailing below. My shrink told me this a feeling they'll never know. I pack up all my things and I went to the show and let him go and let him go and let him go. Yo, he's yeah, this is his lyrical exercise, man. Jay-Z's verse, man. Oh, went from Warren to Warren, undercovers to covers. If you believe in that sort of luck, your screws need adjusting and the oh my god. I'm the immaculate conception of rappers slash hustlers. Well, God is so hard to believe, but it all falls true. I'm like autumn is the trees. Oh man. Yo. Hove is nasty, man. Hove is nasty. Oh my god, that verse, that whole entire verse by Hove. I heard that shit dumb long ago, bro. And I heard it on a written testimony too. That verse is still potent as fuck, bro. That is a good verse from Jay right there. Oh, that verse is crazy, man. That verse is crazy. Memories and Merlot. Ooh, beautiful song, fine wine, man. This is fine wine music, man. You got your pinky up listening to some of these tracks. He's talking about some of the lessons that his mother has taught him over the years. Beautiful track, man. Me, I'm not gonna lie. I get into a lot of arguments, discussions with my mom, but just moments like that where your mom is putting you on game. Those are certain things that you hold on to, and this track holds relevant because unfortunately, for those of you that do not know, Jay Elec's mother has passed. Super unfortunate, super unfortunate. But looking back at that, you could tell, just beautiful. Talking about beautiful, better in tune with the infinites, man. I don't care how much of a thug or a gangster you are. Motherfucker, I cried listening to this song. This was oh my god, beautiful song, beautiful. And I heard this track so long ago I heard this track. Beautiful, man. This shit is beautiful, bro. Beautiful track, man. Beautiful. I don't know how you cannot be a fan of him after listening to this track. It's so beautiful, man. This is a beautiful track, bro. Oh, they might defeat the flesh, but they could never ever kill me, bro. Oh, bro, that's yo, man. This is a beautiful track, man. This is what I'm talking about. That vulnerability, man. Not too many people could do it like him. Letter to Fallon. And I like the sequencing of these tracks. You have Memories of Merlot. This is him as a child. And then A Better in Tune with the Infinites. This is him going into the real world, noticing that things aren't working out for him. Letter to Fallon. That's him. That's a galvanized song where he's just like, no matter what, I'm gonna stay true to who I am, stick to what I know, and I'm gonna keep pushing forward. Beautiful track, man. Beautiful track. I think he dropped this song after a game that Russell Westbrook had, and he felt like, yo, he's like, I gotta drop this. Jay like be on some shit like that, bro. Like when he heard the Nipsey verse on Deep Reverence, bro, Jay like was like, oh, I feel like I got something to do, and he probably dropped the album because of that track. Thank you, Nipsey. If not, yo, and then we have Road to Perdition, lyrical exercise, man. But I like this lyrical exercise more than most of the other lyrical exercise because you could feel the pain, you could feel the suffering, and you could feel the perseverance with that record, man. Whew. My autobiographical chapter could start off the rapture. Oh, boss. All right, and we have Welcome to Knightsbridge. All right, going more further down with a couple of these tracks. These are the more rougher cuts that you could tell still need some work. Welcome to Knightsbridge. It was a dope song. Dope song. I felt like the progression of how this was going with Road to Perdition I don't know if sequenced right. These tracks aren't fully mixed and mastered for the most part, so I wasn't all too sure. Tough Love. Tough Love. Out of all of the tracks on this album, Tough Love is the most track that stands out the most out of all of them. It is the sore thumb of the group. That hook, I feel like that's a hook that Ye was supposed to do. That sounds like some shit Ye would say rather than Jay Elec. But he was on some smooth shit on here. He was just elevation, you want that rough love. It sounded like a SoundCloud cut to me. Like if any of y'all have listened to some of his SoundCloud tracks, it sounded like a SoundCloud cut to me. But I felt like it didn't really fit in with most of it. But nonetheless, this is obviously an unfinished track. I can't really judge it too much. Nights at the Round Table. From what I heard, this song has made multiple people cry. The fully finished song has made people cry, from what I've heard, and I've cried at least 2 or 3 times listening to Jay Elec already, so I can't doubt it. It's an unfinished track. It's a rough one, but he has moments on this here, even when he's struggling and he's kind of finding the cadence and the wordplay that he wants to use for it. He still has some bars in there, man. Whew. Still has some bars in there too for y'all. Oh, and the hook on that was really nice too. And the instrumentation on that was nice as well. Running High, bro. I was at work today. Say you better ride high. Shit was fire, man. Beautiful, man. Beautiful, 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 man. Beautiful sample on. I don't know if that's a sample. I don't know if that's someone singing. I'd have to look at it, but it was beautiful, man. Beautiful track, bro. Beautiful. Oh, just stuff like this, man. For people who really like beats and really appreciates beats, you gotta you gotta tip your hat to the man. You gotta tip your hat to him. And 10,000 Lotus Petals. Apparently, 10,000 Lotus Petals are supposed to represent full spiritual awakening or something of that sort. You know Jay like be on that type of time, but still, this sounded like some. This was some this was some harp on this, I believe. Sounded beautiful. Jay like didn't say a word on this shit. He didn't need to say a word on this shit. He didn't need to say a word on it. He didn't need to say a word on it, man. It sounded complete to me after hearing that, bro. It's just like y'all seen the work, y'all seen what happened, man, and this is my end credits to it. Beautiful. And I wonder if he had something to spit on that. I think for me, we don't even know if that track is completely finished yet. If all of that sequencing played out, and then it faded, and then Jay like just had like a spoken word verse towards the end of it. Oh, I would have really liked that. But nonetheless, man, from top to bottom, granted from the top, the product is a lot more complete towards the end. I would say from Welcome to Knightsbridge on down, it kind of feels like these are a bit more like, rougher cuts. But for the most part, man, this is a good album, man. This is a great album. He definitely had the sauce, man, with this one. It just makes you think, man, what would have happened if he dropped this? An amazing debut for it. So just let me know what y'all think about it. Drop a like, drop a comment. The more videos, if y'all want more of them, I'll do more of them. Just as much love as you guys want to show. This is Kev. I'm signing out.